Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama Tiny Tarot Hands Tea. I am welcoming you in so I can show you how I set up my aesthetic, because we all know that the aesthetic is a very important part of reading tarot. Especially when you have a large deck, you need to have a good aesthetic background. Now this colorful deck, it just doesn't work with this particular background. So we're going to have to change things out so that this is a little bit more appropriate. So let's try this again. Oh my goodness. They're going to fall all over the place. Okay. So when you have tiny, tiny hands, you have to be very careful in moving things like your dice and your pendulum. And then things like whatever this thing is. A friend of mine gave it to me. She's very witchy. And it's some kind of a pointer thingy. And I love it. And then this feather, let's get this out of the way. It can come back, but we need to move it while we're... Oh my goodness, how am I going to do this with my tiny, tiny hands? Oh, okay. We'll get these crystals out of the way. Oh gosh, why do I have so many things as part of my aesthetic here? Now, I think this deck is going to go really nice with this purple background. So let's change things out. Okay, so much better. So much better. Now, see if I can get my decks back over here, my cards back over here. Oh, I don't know if I'd be able to shuffle these with my tiny hands. They are very, very large cards. Okay, and then we should have some crystals that are more colorful with this particular deck. So let's get some of those out. To go with our aesthetic here. And then we'll bring that gold feather back. That was pretty. I think that goes with our aesthetic here. We can bring the dice back too. Okay. I think my rings, work okay with this deck arrangement here. Okay, let's see. What else do we need? Maybe a lapis lazuli. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and do a reading. See if I can... All right, I don't think I can shuffle these with my tiny, tiny hands, but I can spread them around, and then we'll get a card. We'll get a card of the day. Okay, our card for the day is Seven of Wands. We need to defend ourselves. Even if we have tiny little hands to hold up those wands, we can still defend ourselves and defend our stance Maybe we should get another card. Let's see what else we have. How about this one? Child of Wands. And that's the same thing as a Page of Wands. Okay, let's see what else. How about we get the Magician? We're going to have all the magical tools that we need in order to read our decks with our tiny little hands. And to read this chunky, humongo, chunky monkey of a book. Look at that. Look at how big that is. I don't know if I'll be able to read this. Let's see. Oh, this looks like a good reading. A rainbow reading. I think we should try that. My favorite tarot deck. This is such a good tarot deck. So, so good. I love this tarot deck. I love it so, so much. And you know what other tarot deck I really, really love? This one. See if I can get it out of the box with my tiny little hands. And it too, even though the book is little, it's still a pretty chunky little book. Yes, Grim Tales. Such a great deck. Okay. All right, I think we're ready to have a super good reading. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to dig into these cards and see what else I can discover in here and work on finding a good aesthetic mat to go with this particular deck. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great evening. Bye now.